Yo, how we doing, brother? In this video I want to talk about 3 fitness mistakes that held me back, and if I didn't make these 3 mistakes I would have achieved the physique I have now way quicker. Now what are they? Now number 1 is being way too meticulous and way too robotic with what I was doing. Now what does that mean? Well, I would get the food scale out. If it was over 150 grams of carbs, right? If it was 151 gram, I'd fucking spit the dummy, right? This is completely unnecessary. You're not a pro bodybuilder, man. You don't need to be that meticulous. And what I would suggest instead of doing that shit, which is just a waste of time, waste of mental bandwidth that you could be used elsewhere, what I do is eat enough to fuel yourself so you have enough energy throughout the day to get shit done or for the desired result that you're after. So if you're trying to bulk up, gain some muscle, whatever, but you want to stay lean, just eat a little bit more. And if you notice that, hang on a second, I'm not really liking my physique, I'm a little bit puffy, a little bit not as sharp as I would like, then slow it down. Just cut back on, cut out a little bit of rice here or have less dessert there. Like, it's not complicated. Just if you're getting too fat, eat a little less. If you're not gaining enough muscle, eat a little more, right? So simple. Instead of getting the food tracker out, track your macros, track your calories, and just getting all autistic with it. It's not necessary, man. As long as you're getting in your meats, if you really like carbs, your potatoes, your rice, all that good stuff, you're good to go. And yeah. Number 2 is pick the cardio that you like the most. Like, so many people think you have to do running, or you have to do this, or you have to do that. Like, for example, if I loved a certain sport, be it soccer or boxing or whatever it was, I would do that for cardio because I would enjoy it. The time would go by so quick. I've already burned 1,000 calories and I wasn't even, like, I was loving it the whole time. Whereas if you're killing yourself, and I've been there, you're in the Stairmaster for like an hour and a half, you've barely burned 1,000 calories, you're killing yourself on that thing. You're fucking depleted, you're exhausted, you hate your existence, you're listening to whatever you can to get through it, and you're taking a bunch of caffeine just to get through the drudgery out of it all. That's when you're doing the wrong kind of cardio. Now I'll literally just take walks. That's it. Low impact, steady state cardio, burn calories without increasing my appetite or increasing the need for more nutrients to recover from. Because the problem is, when you do this hard as cardio, your body's got to now compensate. It's got to kind of replenish what was lost. Whereas if you're walking, you don't need to replenish shit. You're not doing anything. A couple steps, like 10,000 steps here and there, you're good to go. Your body doesn't need to work overtime. It's not getting stressed out. It's calm, right? And you're burning calories without much effort at all. And most importantly, you're not raising your cortisol and you're not raising your appetite, because what's the point of doing all this cardio if it raises your appetite and you eat over the calories you were meant to? Then you're just going to gain fat anyway. So what's the fucking point, right? But I digress. Point number 3, mistake number 3 is cutting and bulking, cutting and bulking and cutting and bulking. If I had just stayed at around maintenance calories, a little bit above, I would have been fucking perfect the whole time. Yet I would get so ADHD and autistic with it, right? Where one week I was cutting, the next week I was bulking, the next week I was cutting, the next week I was bulking. If I had just tapered it up slowly and smoothly, I wouldn't have never had a problem. I would have been able to keep making progress and not spit the dummy every time I'd get a little bit fatter than I wanted. Or I was, too skinny or didn't have enough energy that I would like because I was way too low in calories. It was this one extreme to another. It was fucking all you could eat buffet, or it was like poverty calories. I was eating like a fucking bird but trained like a rhino. It just didn't work out. So what I would do instead to get to the physique I have now way quicker is just go slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, because you're actually going to get there, right? I would have achieved the physique I have now way quicker if I had done that. And I'll give you one bonus tip. Choosing red meat over chicken. If I had done that, like, granted, I did have red meat, of course, but nowhere near as much as I should have. At one stage, I was really bad with it. My entire diet consisted of only chicken and rice. Only. Like, that was brutal. And maybe some oats. No fats, no cholesterol to make fucking testosterone. Because testosterone is literally created out of cholesterol. And we need saturated fats for our brain and for testosterone production. So my hormones were so low, I had no energy. I couldn't push hard in the gym like I can now. And my testosterone was nowhere near where it needed to be to build the muscle that I needed and I wanted, right? So that's the bonus tip. Eat more red meat at any cost. Eat more eggs. Fill up on that shit and then have your carbs later. But with that being said, bro, I hope these tips helped. They're going to save you years of pain, struggle, and toil just bouncing around on the same spot. But with that being said, bro, take care and I'll catch you on the next one.